Hi, Eric. We knew we would find you here at the Kinetic Performance Institute today and thought we would stop by to interview for Baseball 3D Tech Talk. Do you have a few minutes?
Sure.
How long have you been coaching and when did you start teaching here at KPI?
This is my 19th year coaching in total. I've done kind of all levels between youth, travel ball, high school, college, little pro scouting. We are actually less than 1 year old here at KPI. So we're still fairly new as far as being in this building under this brand.
Awesome. So let's just jump right into it. Some 3D questions. What made you decide to integrate K baseball into your programs?
Well, we're always looking for new products that'll help us train players and develop athletes. The reason why we went with K-Vest is because, one, it gave a really, really in-depth look under the hood and allowed us to kind of assess and see how an athlete is wired and how they move, as opposed to just visually seeing what we think we see.
So has K baseball made you and your instructors better?
Absolutely. For our high-level players, we're really able to take a really good look under the hood, and we're able to see not only the way their body moves, but the speeds their body moves at and the sequencing aspect, and we're able to kind of manipulate the information to paint a big, really accurate picture of who they are as a hitter and as a mover, and in that, we're able to program them better.
So you might have just went over it already, but what are some things you've learned from using 3D?
We've learned a ton. We've learned how the sequence can affect their ability to swing repeatedly, accurately over and over, how they're able to stay healthy, how they're able to generate power. We've been able to take that information with the kinematic sequence, and we've been able to combine it with a physical assessment and really program athletes really accurately and give them the best plan for their development. And then that allows us to kind of have this cohesive system where everything's working together. It might be a coaching issue, it might be a training issue, but we're able to kind of accurately see that and not guess through the assessment process.
So let's shift gears a little. We know you're doing some creative things with KPI and Dub Baseball. So kind of promote that. Kind of give us a little bit of insight on what's going on.
We're basically really pushing the limits of what we can do with training. We are creating new hubs, I guess, of development, starting with K-Vest and our force plates and all the tech we have here. We're really able to get this holistic view of what an athlete's movement needs are. And then we apply that to the skill side, we apply it to the strength side, and even to the nutritional and emotional side.
Awesome. So we have a few more questions 3D would like to ask. We would like to wrap up with, let's jump back into these questions. What is the main benefit you feel from receiving K baseball? What types of students that you work with benefit from K baseball, and things like that?
The main benefit of K baseball is to really, really, really get an in-depth look into how a swinger is moving, what their mobility issue needs are. When you're able to kind of read the kinematic sequence and evaluate a graph, you're able to get an accurate description of who they are as a mover, how their swing affects their movements, or vice versa, how movement affects their swing. And we're really using this on all athletes, but we're really honing on our super high level guys, because those guys have less physical needs per se, and more so we need to get a really intricate view of how they're moving so we can kind of give them some more in-depth stuff rather than maybe more of an amateur athlete that just needs general help, whereas a high level, either high school, college, or professional player needs some very specific things that the K-Vest can give us.
Awesome. So would you recommend K baseball to other baseballs coaches and students?
Absolutely. I think it's a super valuable assessment tool. If you can get good at using a training tool and on a semi-regular basis, it can kind of give you the constant feedback of how an athlete is progressing from a sequencing point of view, from a mobility point of view, and then just an overall look into how they are as a mover.
So going into, like you said, with your high-level athletes, how would it feel if you could no longer use K baseball, and then to tie into that, if someone were to take a lesson with you, how would they be best suited to reach you?
The best way to reach us is through our website, kpiandh.com. We don't do lessons. We do all small group work in here. Semi-private environment we have found is much more conducive to development because of the way we can interact with each other and create environments rather than just a coach-centered instruction. We want athlete-centered instruction. So social media, website, best way to go with this.
Awesome. That's all the questions, Eric. We thank you for taking the time and part of our 3D Baseball Tech Talk, and we're looking forward to seeing you more in the future.
That's good.